Record airport fees spiked 34% last year, yet almost no one can name more than 2.
I'll unpack 10 brand new airport traps, from mandatory e-tags to battery bans, and hand you fixes that save time, sanity, and gelato money on your next layover. What's the most ridiculous airport charge you've ever swallowed? Tell me below before we tally today's leaderboard. 71 airports quietly introduced a print my tag charge last quarter, up 420% from 2024. The kiosk still sits in full view, paper spools loaded. Yet the moment you tap print, a $3 line item appears on the card reader. Behind the scenes, the airline pockets 95% of that microtransaction, while the airport keeps the rest for system upkeep. One flight attendant on the ORD-SEA red-eye admitted the surcharge nets more than onboard snack sales some days. Easier cash, zero crumbs. Many carriers now auto-assign a mandatory digital bag tag in your reservation. If you miss the email and need paper, you trigger the new fee. $3 feels harmless until a family of 5 pays $15 at every connection, plus another 10 minutes per stop hunting for a working printer. Download the airline's own bag tag wallet pass before check-in, then wave it under the self-bag drop scanner. Paper print becomes optional. Fee evaporates. Line melts. Don't tip the kiosk. Paper tag usage dropped 38%, while printer downtime rose 27%. Operational irony. US DOT considers bag tags ancillary, so the fee evades current disclosure rules. But an upcoming rulemaking would force line item clarity by 2026. I watched a Boston honeymooner drop her passport while juggling 3 paid-for tags. A quick-thinking ground agent pinged her phone because the e-tag still broadcast her name. Digital saved the day. Skip the paper, keep the passport, and pocket enough for espresso in the arrivals hall. Still banking on your 8-year-old license to clear security? On May 7th, 2025, TSA flips the switch. Every domestic checkpoint turns into a real ID gate, and souvenirs of your last DMV visit suddenly mean nothing. 11 states are behind schedule issuing the new star-marked credentials, so kiosks from Phoenix to Pittsburgh now flash red, non-compliant warnings when passengers self-scan. Travelers assume the delay was extended again. It wasn't. Arrive with an old ID and you'll be rerouted to secondary, missed boarding, then pay a same-day change fee bigger than your rideshare home. Apply online in most states, then ask for expedited pickup. Or bypass the bureaucracy entirely. Carry your valid passport card, accepted nationwide, and skip the star scramble. Bring the passport card. TSA forecasts 180,000 daily denials and a 54% spike in rebooking costs. Avoidable chaos. Loyalty loophole. Several airline credit cards now reimburse up to $85 for real ID appointment fees if you charge the transaction. Free upgrade, zero wait. Your roller bag glides onto the belt, then jolts to a stop when the screener spots a glowing rectangle buried beneath jeans. Batteries in checked bags trigger a pull-aside search, reroute the bag downstairs, and delay its loading by up to 12 minutes, often enough to miss the flight connection. Airports upgraded detection software in March that auto-flags any lithium cell larger than 100 watt-hours. Passengers never got the memo. Manual inspection means you sprint for gate C27 while your suitcase vacations in Denver. Shift every power bank, e-cig, or camera grip into your carry-on and announce them at screening. They ride in the cabin, you keep control. Keep power in sight. Lost bag claims rose 22% as lithium pull-asides jumped 61%. Preventable chaos. FAA Advisory 2025 now fines airlines if they knowingly load big batteries below deck, so ground staff pull them first and ask later. A Tokyo videographer had 3 spare drone packs confiscated. His airline quietly mailed them home free when he showed the new cabin carriage rule. Knowledge wins. Move the juice upstairs and land with both bag and battery intact. Easy security, the billboard promised, until a family of 4 was handed a tablet asking for $290 more than last year. After a silent price hike to $209 per adult, many travelers tap accept out of panic, only to learn seconds later that regular TSA lines are moving faster that morning. Clear changed its family plan rules in February. Only kids under 18 ride free. Spouses pay full freight. A 10-minute shortcut morphs into a 4-figure annual bill when renewed automatically. Check your premium card benefits first. Several now reimburse the full clear fee and enroll online, not curbside, to lock the lower web rate. Never buy in line. Clear signups climbed 37%, while standard pre-check waits fell 18%. Value inversion. The Amex Green and Delta Reserve cover 1 membership per year, so a couple can alternate cards and pay nothing. Rumors swirl that Clear Plus will introduce peak hour surcharges next quarter. Plan B now. Swipe the right card, dodge the upsell, and invest those saved dollars in airport gelato instead. Walk straight past that neon. We bill in your currency kiosk, even if your jet-lagged brain begs for familiarity. The smiling flag icons suggest kindness, yet what you're really seeing is an algorithm that profits every time a traveler taps yes. Most airport chip readers silently run dynamic currency conversion. The moment your card taps, the terminal converts the sale into your home denomination at a marked up rate that looks like a courtesy. Most airport chip readers silently run dynamic currency conversion. The moment your card taps, the terminal converts the sale into your home denomination at a marked up rate that looks like a courtesy. Before the clerk presses OK, insist on billing in local currency. Or better, load a multi-currency wallet that auto-declines DCC on contact, locking in the interbank rate. Charge in your own currency. One EU survey found 86% of tourists accept DCC, while only 12% can define it. Financial blindfold. The forthcoming EU Payment Transparency Act will force terminals to show the exact exchange rate loss on screen, but airports have until late 2025 to upgrade their software. A Boston newlywed duo at Rome Fiumicino unknowingly paid 9 extra euros for 2 espressos. They used the merchant's 24-hour reversal window, demanded local currency rebilling, and pocketed change for gelato. A Boston newlywed duo at Rome Fiumicino unknowingly paid 9 extra euros for 2 espressos. They used the merchant's 24-hour reversal window, demanded local currency rebilling, and pocketed change for a bottle of wine. Chase, Sapphire, and Capital One Venture cards now send instant push alerts when DCC is detected and let you override in-app, power transfer, deny the conversion, keep the difference, and apply those rescued euros toward the lounge shower that actually improves your trip before your gate is called. 64 million non-EU travelers are about to collide with the same automated barrier in October 2025. When Europe flicks on its entry exit system, the new EES replaces passport stamping with a biometric database that requires first-time visitors to scan fingerprints and a high-resolution facial image at the kiosk. Early pilots moved just 1 passenger every 2 minutes. During a Paris CDG trial, the backlog pushed queues to 40 minutes, and connecting flyers missed 300 onward legs in a single week. Reroutes that cost airlines reaccommodation, and passengers their prepaid Amalfi boat tours. Enroll your biometrics online as soon as the portal opens in mid-July. Print the QR confirmation, and you'll slide into the registered lane that averages just 6 minutes, even faster than EU citizens on busy Saturdays. Scan once, skip the stamp. The system stores data for 3 years and caps re-entry scans at 10 seconds. Bureaucracy blitz. The companion ETIAS visa waiver launches 6 months later, and travelers already in the ETIAS database get automatic approval within minutes, while others wait up to 4 days. Second domino. A Toronto architect with a 50-minute connection in Frankfurt used the beta portal, breezed through EES in under 5 minutes, and strolled to his gate with time for pretzel duty. His seatmate, who hadn't pre-enrolled, arrived last and checked a bag through Milan. Domino effect. Airlines must verify travelers' status before boarding or face fines up to 8,000 euros per passenger. Expect gate agents to deny boarding if your record doesn't clear. Spend 10 minutes at home registering, save an hour in line, and channel that reclaimed time into your first sunset spritz on the Ligurian coast. Ever reserved your aisle seat, but not your spot in the X-ray queue? 24 airports, from Seattle to Schiphol, now let travelers pre-book a free 15-minute screening window. Yet most flyers still stumble into the snake line blind. The Reserve a Lane option disappears 3 hours before departure and hides 2 clicks deep in the airport app. If you don't grab a slot the night prior, you're funneled into the general herd. Peak waits hit 75 minutes on summer Mondays, while pre-booked passengers average 6, an hour you could spend at the gate confirming that tight connection. Lock a time slot as soon as you check in, screenshot the QR, then march to the dedicated lane, even if the main queue looks short. Algorithms throttle crowds so the fast line never clogs. Reserve your slot now. Slot users grew 340%, while average queue time fell only 11%. Missed leverage. UK's Civil Aviation Authority may cap paid fast-track fees if free slots aren't offered, pushing airports to expand the complimentary program by 2026. A Dallas dad booked a 9:10 a.m. slot for his family, skipped a 200-person line, and still had 5 minutes for the kids' restroom sprint before boarding. Stress diffused. Several airports are piloting surge-priced express slots before holidays. Beat the paywall while it's free. Treat the slot link like seat selection. Claim early, glide through. Invest the saved hour in a proper espresso instead of floor tile gazing. Denver Gate 42 erupted in groans last Friday when a neon-rimmed gantry flashed 17.6 pounds and spat out bright orange checked stickers. Airlines are rolling out AI weight scanning arches that sense mass and dimensions as you wheel through. Anything over the limit triggers an auto-generated gate check fee. No human discretion.
The surcharge runs $85 domestically and up to $140 on transcons, plus you lose overhead access to meds, laptops, and that birthday cake you swore would stay upright.
Weigh the bag at home, slide heavy tech into a jacket pocket before the scan, and flash your elite tag. Many carriers add 5-pound grace for loyalty tiers.
Weigh it before leaving. Gate check fees jumped 58%, while carry-on allowances stayed flat. Pure madness. Alaska MVP, Delta Gold, and United Silver each extend the weight cap or waive first offender fees. Status shields.
DOT's forthcoming Transparent Ancillary Act will force airlines to display average gate check costs next to ticket prices. But kiosks can still add weight surcharges on the spot until mid-2026. A grad student bound for Quito shifted her DSLR and 2 paperbacks into duty-free, slid under the arch at 16.9 lb, and saved enough to upgrade seat pitch on the next leg. Creative shuffle. A grad student bound for Quito shifted her DSLR and 2 paperbacks into duty-free, slid under the arch at 16.9 pounds, and saved enough to upgrade seat pitch on the next leg. Creative shuffle. Industry insiders leak that the same sensors will soon feed dynamic overhead bin auctions. Light packers might even earn credits. Beat the robo-scale with strategic packing, keep essentials overhead, and redirect that $85 towards ceviche and a rooftop view when you land.
12 emergency landings last year began with a lithium pack flaring beneath row 19.
New cabin advisories require any power bank or charger to stay on seat and visible. Tuck it into a tote underfoot, and the crew labels it a latent ignition source. The bag gets quarantined in the galley, you lose your phone lifeline, and every seatmate endures a cabin-wide announcement that adds 40 jittery minutes. Slip the battery into the seat back pocket. Keep a USB-C cable dangling so crew see it, and declare cells over 100 watt-hours before boarding. Compliance ends the drama. Let your charger breathe. FAA logged 69 in-flight battery fires in 2024. 4 times 2015's count. Firestorm alert. Advisory Circular 120, 167 mandates crew diversion if smoke persists for 60 seconds, so visible placement buys everyone time to react. A Southwest jet diverted to Denver when a vape pen lit up in a duffel. The passenger who had kept a spare pack in view was praised for quick disclosure and stayed on the through flight. Lesson learned. IATA is testing smart cabin sensors that ping crew the moment thermal runaway tops 70 Celsius. Next year, the pocket check may be automatic.
Keep power banks on display, avoid an unscheduled fuel dump, and redirect that saved hour toward tapas instead of tarmac purgatory.
Pause before you scan that membership card. The lounge door now hides its own entry toll. Cap One, Amex, and even Priority Pass partners added guest fees up to $45 after record crowding. Yet most apps still show complimentary until the tablet swivels toward you. A family of 3 forks over $135, only to discover the buffet has gone crab stick free, and the shower waitlist is 40 minutes. Pre-book restaurant credits inside Priority Pass, or use cards that refund individual passes. Then reserve a timed lounge slot instead of gambling at the door. Check the fee board. Guest charges rose 52%, while average lounge stay shrank 19%. Value crunch. Sapphire Reserve still waives 2 guests. Pair it with a child under 2, and a buddy pass, and 4 walk-in free. The forthcoming ancillary fee rule will force advanced disclosure of lounge surcharges on ticketing pages by late 2026. Transparency tailwind. A Toronto couple pivoted to a Priority Pass sushi bar, spent $28, and netted 40 in statement credits. Net positive snacks. Insiders hint at dynamic surge pricing during holiday peaks. Early morning slots may triple, so lock off peak passes now. Skip sticker shock at the Velvet Rope. Redirect that 45 toward runway view cocktails, and board with both wallet and mood intact. 10 fixes, 1 theme. Keep control. Skip the printer surcharge. Load e-tags now. Pre-book your security slot.
shift batteries upstairs, deny the currency conversion, and those minutes and dollars roll forward like compounding miles. If this saved you even a latte, the next episode dives into the brand new seat selection penalties quietly taking off this fall, and how to lock the best row for $0 extra. Tap subscribe, queue up that video on the end screen, and turn today's savings into tomorrow's legroom. Not financial, legal, or flight advice. Verify all rules with your airline.